From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 10. Presented by Reliance Jio. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group. New Ford Aspire, Ravin and Magic Moments Music Studio. In style partner, Raymond.
Welcome back. Left with no issues, they're all talking about only one thing in this election. Religion, religion, religion. Ladies and gentlemen, for some reason, the opposition is keen on countering the fact that Hindus are peace-loving and tolerant. After the Hindu terror comment, tonight, they say Hindus are violent. Let's debate.
On the debate tonight, Yechuri's Hindus are violent comment. This is Sitaram Yechuri, General Secretary of the CPIM. In July 2018, watch closely how he carried out a Kalash Yatra. For a party that calls itself secular and an ideology that generally believes in atheism, Yechuri was panned for this tradition. Listen to him in his political avatar.
पौराणिक कथाएं लगी जो महाभारत और रामायण उसके अंदर बिना हिंसा के और बिना राजनीतिक मतलब बिना जंग के कोई पौराणिक कथा है रामायण या महाभारत। अब ये कहना कि हिंदू कोई हिंसा ही नहीं कर सकता, अब ये तथ्य एक प्रचारक होने के नाते ये महाभारत और रामायण की कथा बोलते बोलते इतना तो होता है, जंग तो हुए हैं, हिंसा तो हुआ है, मतलब वहाँ पर मौतें भी हुई है, मौतें भी करवाए गए।
Listen to him again. He argues that Hindus are violent.
लेकिन ये बोलने की मतलब क्या है कि एक दूसरा मजहब है जिसके लोग जो है हिंसा करते हैं, हम हिंदू हैं जो हिंसा नहीं करते।
Left with no issues, Yechuri and his party have often raised the Hindu terror card. Is it aimed at maligning Hindus as a whole?
देखिए, ये सीताराम येचुरी अगर रामायण महाभारत को हिंसा मानते हैं, हिंदुओं की हिंसा मानते हैं, तो सबसे पहले येचुरी जी ने उनके नाम में सीताराम है वो हटा देना चाहिए।
From Hindu terror to Hindus violent, are Hindus becoming an easy target for the opposition? Let's debate.
The issue really is, and welcome Rahul Ishwar, good to see you again, Pandit Ajay Gautam, Ajay Alok, GVR Shastri, Ashok Bharti, and Professor Rao. The issue is, would you ever say about any other religion? Professor Rao, would you say Christians are violent? Would you say Muslims are violent? Would you even say, not a religion, would you say Marxists are violent? Would you say Jews are violent?
Yeah, but I...
No, let me complete, Professor Rao. Wait a minute. Now, if you take one sentence out of somewhere and then say, Hindus are violent, then I ask you, because you say that you are a leftist. Now, I know much more about the left ideology, the real one, not the one you profess, the real one than you do or ever will. Now, let me tell you, you said, as in your leader says, Hindus are violent people. And the holy books of Hindus show that Hindus are violent. That's the assumption, right, Rahul? What do you say? Hindus are violent.
Absolutely.
And holy books of Hindus show that Hindus are violent. In other words, हिंदी में कह रहा हूँ कि हिंदू जो है बहुत हिंसा करते हैं और इनके जो ग्रंथ है, जितने किताब है, महाभारत, गीता, सब जो है वो सब हिंसा फैलाते हैं। तो फिर मैं पूछता हूं इनको, कार्ल मार्क्स wrote the following words. Karl Marx, you must therefore confess, and I'm quoting from the manifesto of the Communist Party, and I have taken the Moscow edition of 1973. In it, it is written, you must therefore confess that by individual you mean no other person other than the bourgeois, than the middle class owner of the property. This person must indeed be swept out of the way and made impossible. Almost like saying, kill that person. Now, suppose I say Marxists are the most violent people.
They believe in class violence.
Now, would you say Marxists are the most violent people? No. Will you say that? Professor Rao, you say Hindus are violent.
There are
what?
there are several interpretation of Hinduism.
No, you don't
He is
interpret
giving,
Hinduism. You know nothing about Hinduism.
Not talking about. But
You know nothing about Hinduism. You know nothing about
No,
Hinduism.
well-
What do you know?
No,
What do you know about
He
Hinduism?
had made that. He
What
made
do you
that
know
remark.
about Hinduism?
All
What do you know about
No,
Hinduism?
all-
Have you read the Mahabharata?
all religions
Have you
talk
read the
about-
Mahabharata?
No religion talks
Have you
about
read the
violence.
Mahabharata?
No religion
Have
talks
you read
about
the Mahabharata?
Even if you talk about
Have you or
Mahabharata, then
Sitaram
Ramayana
Yechuri read
is a
the Mahabharata?
creation.
अरे कुछ भी
It's a-
हमारे
it's a
ग्रंथों के बारे में
creation.
कुछ भी कहेंगे
It's a-
और हम
it's
चुप
a-
रहेंगे।
it's a-
अरे रुकिए,
it's a
अरे
mythological-
रुकिए,
it's a
अरे रुकिए,
mythology.
हमारे हिंदू
If you
ग्रंथों
talk
के
about
बारे में
Ramayana
कुछ
and
भी
Mahabharata,
कहेंगे,
it's a
हम चुप
mythology.
रहेंगे, नहीं
It's a
रहेंगे चुप।
mythology.
Very
It's a narration.
नहीं, have you read Mahabharata? Professor Rao, one minute. Professor Rao, wait.
Several interpretation.
Professor Rao,
but
wait.
what is important today?
आपने
Who is
महाभारत पढ़ी
practicing
है?
violence? Who is practicing violence in the name of religion?
No,
in the name of
you have
guise
said
of
Hindus
religion?
are violent.
भारत
What
में
is the kind
स्पष्ट
of
तौर पर
the
लिखा
RSS
है
and
कि जो
BHP
धर्म के साथ
Bajrang Dal
नहीं
is
खड़ा वो
practicing
अधर्म
violence.
के साथ खड़ा है।
Who is doing,
सुप्रीम
mob
कोर्ट के
lynching?
ऑफिशियल
Who is
लोगों में लिखा है
practicing,
यतो
hatred in the name
धर्मस्ततो
of religion?
गया, हमेशा
In the
धर्म
name
की
of
जय
religion,
होती है,
hatred of
हमेशा
religion,
धर्म
people
की
of the
विजय
other
होती है।
religions,
महाभारत का क्रक्स देख
in the
लीजिए,
name of religion,
महाभारत
there is
का
the caste
मतलब क्या
system,
है?
hierarchy,
महाभारत का
untouchability,
मतलब ये है कि
socialism. Who is
सिर्फ
doing
धर्म
it?
की स्थापना
In the
के
name of
लिए
religion,
अगर कोई भी
rituals
व्यक्ति
are being
अपने
distributed.
आत्मसम्मान के लिए, राष्ट्र की
Hinduism is
निष्ठा
being
के
now
लिए
now
और धर्म की
military-
स्थापना करने के लिए
weaponized.
अगर किसी भी तरीके का शस्त्र उठाता है तो वो हिंसा नहीं है, वो उसका धर्म है। अगर कोई
That
भी
talks about peace,
दुश्मन
that
देश
talks about
हिंदुस्तान
harmony.
पर आक्रमण
That
करता
talks
है
about
और
peace and
भारत की
harmony.
फौज अगर
What
रिटेलिएट
right you
करती
got
है
to talk about
तो आप क्या
धर्म?
बोलेंगे कि जो
धर्म
इंडियन
talks
फौज
about
है
धर्म
वो
बोलते हैं,
हमारी
क्या बोलते हैं
हिंसक
धर्म?
है? क्या
धर्म बोलते हैं, peace
आत्मसम्मान की
बोलते हैं,
रक्षा
harmony
करना,
बोलते हैं।
अपने राष्ट्र
आप
और अपने
dividing
गौरव की
people
रक्षा
in the name
करना,
of religion.
Mr. Professor
You are dividing,
आप उसको
people
हिंसा
in the name
कहते
of
हैं।
religion.
आप आत्मसम्मान, मैं कहता हूं जो
पंडित अजय गौतम।
इस देश में जो मार्क्स को मानने वाले हैं वो सबसे बड़े हिंसक
आप
हैं।
हिंसा कर
आप
रहे
इस
हैं ना,
देश
आप
के लिए
मार रहे
थ्रेट
हैं
बन
ना।
चुके हो।
आप
आप
कौन
इस
मार
देश
रहे
के
हैं?
लिए आत्मसम्मान के लिए, इस देश के
divide
गौरव के
कौन
लिए
कर रहे हैं
अगर
देश
कोई
को?
सबसे बड़ी
In the
threat
name
है,
of
सबसे
Hindu,
बड़े इस देश
in the name
में
of Muslims,
कोई
who is dividing
बौद्धिक
India?
हिंसा-
No, Rahul
Who's talking
Ishwar.
about majoritarian India?
Rahul Ishwar.
इस देश
Who's
में
talking
फैला
about
रहे हैं
Rahul
तो
Ishwar.
आपके जैसे
Who's
लोग
talking about
सीताराम
हिंदुत्व?
येचुरी जैसे
हिंदू majority
पागल
Arnab,
आप
can I
कैसे
say
लोग
one
हैं
thing?
हिंसा फैलाने के लिए
This is a
जिम्मेदार हैं?
new law in
आप उन्होंने
Indian
hatred
politics
कर रहे हैं।
for precisely
You hate
one
all
reason.
Muslims. You
This
hate
is a
all
new
Christians in
law
this country.
in Indian politics precisely
Got
for
it.
one reason.
Got it.
This is perhaps one of the first times that any political leader is taking the name of a holy book, whether it be Bhagavad Gita, Mahabharata, Ramayana, or Bible, or Holy Quran, or Sacred Bible, or anything. Usually, that's a sacred area that no politician touches. Nobody drags them into the political rhetoric, except some hardliners on social media who are faceless. This is first time any major party's leader is dragging holy books or scriptures of a particular faith into a matter of political debate and rhetoric. Second point, if there is any book of any ideology that institutionalized violence, that is Marxism, because they believe in a class war, they believe in a bloody revolution that is resulting in the Maoist violence we are seeing. Third, I am a die-hard pluralist, I am a Gandhian Hindu, but can I humbly ask you one question? Will any communist
Ask Garga
leader dare
Chatterjee.
to say that Quran or Bible has violent wars in it, so Christians are violent or Muslims are violent? We always say Holy Bible or Sacred Quran because that's the reason, that's the Arsha Bharata Sanskriti. That is the Indian culture which respects every faith. When I take the name of Muhammad, I take Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam or Jesus Christ as a divine figure. This culture is being maligned by Sitaram Yechuri, and I believe he should apologize for this
I
tasteful
wonder.
remarks. which is dragging down Bhagavad Gita, Mahabharata and Ramayana into a political discourse.
I want to just say two things here before I get Garga into the debate. First of all, we must understand the essence of Hinduism. Essence of Hinduism is about morality, about moral standards, which is why it is said कि यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानि भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानाम अधर्मस्य तदा आत्मानाम सृजाम्यहम्. Now what does this mean? This means basically इसको मेरे से अच्छा तो इसका उच्चारण भी और इसका मतलब भी बता देते पंडित अजय गौतम. इसका मतलब है that whenever there is a decline in morality and religious practice, O descendant of Bharata, and when there is a prominent rise in wrong things, then I descend. In other words, it is about humanity, it is about morals, it is not about violence. जो ऐसे शब्दों का मतलब नहीं समझ सकते हैं सीताराम येचुरी, वो हिंदुओं को गाली देते हैं. मैं तो बस ये कहूंगा. दूसरी बात मैं कहूंगा, मैं आश्चर्यचकित हूं आज. I'm really disappointed, Garga, that on some things we must rise. If anybody was to say Islam is a violent religion, everybody, I hope Pandit Ajay Gautam, Ajay Alok, everybody would go and say, you can't say this about Islam. If anybody was to say Christianity is a violent religion, I would stand up and say, don't abuse Christianity. But I want to ask you, Garga, and please come on the debate with Ajay Alok, that when somebody says, using the Ramayana and Mahabharata, says these are books of violence, that Hindus are violent, then why does Trinamool Congress or TDP or Congress not come out and say you cannot do this? You cannot speak like this about the Hindu community? Is it politically incorrect?
Endorses it.
Pardon me, Ajay, what do you say?
Endorses it.
I don't know if they've endorsed it, but they've certainly not criticized it at all.
Congress endorses it.
I mean, I need to know this. I mean, if
Congress endorsed it, Tariq Anwar openly supported the comment
that is
made
shocking.
by Mr. Sitaram Yechuri.
That is shocking.
I will just say one thing.
Oh, you can say to Garga and he'll respond to you.
Yeah,
say to Garga so he can respond to you.
Hello, am I audible? Because I'm coming in from Skype.
Trinamool Congress with a Bengali background and Bengali the staunch Hindus, they have not come out and ridiculed it. They are also keeping silent. I mean, this is something.
Am I audible? I'm coming in from
Skype.
Skype.
Going through this appeasement politics. Why do you think so? Here we are thinking that none of the religion is violent. But if you trace the history of Hinduism, you will never find that the Hindu have ever gone for a conversion, either by a forced conversion or a mutual conversion. That's the only religion in this world which has not done anything. And all other religions have a history of a forced conversion through mutual agreement, by luring or by forcing anything. Anyway, I don't want to criticize on that. Second thing, today these people have the audacity.
Am I audible?
Look,
because I was supposed to respond.
Sitaram Yechuri, again a Brahmin. Sitaram Yechuri, again a Brahmin. Mani Shankar Iyer, again a Brahmin. And all belonging to Congress party or Communist party or so-called secular party. Why they are after Hindu religion? I mean, what is the problem?
Audible?
You are audible. Let him finish and then you can speak.
They are even commenting on Ramayana. They are even commenting on. They were even commenting on Gita and Mahabharata, and they are saying Akranta hai ye log. Gita and Mahabharata Akranta ho gaye. ये हमारे संस्कृति के वो ग्रंथ हैं जिसको हम पूजा करते हैं. कोर्ट में गीता की शपथ दिलवाई जाती है. I mean, and these people are calling that Akranta. I mean, can anybody in this world, even me or you, Arnab, can anybody dare to make a comment on Quran or a Bible? We will never, because we are sensible people. That's why I tweeted in the morning and I replied that Sitaram Yechuri has lost his senses. And so Mr. Tariq Anwar today, by endorsing him and by supporting him.
It is
and
really
Congress
shameful.
party is sitting behind like a lame duck and not taking any action against Tariq Anwar. This Communist Party has always been anti-religion, anti-Hindu right from the beginning. We all know this. They are atheists.
No, but I want to ask Garga, for example, now. Ajay, you made a strong intervention, and I want to ask Garga now. That Garga, when members of the anti-BJP group are openly abusing the Hindu religion, wasn't it necessary for your leader Mamata Banerjee to issue a one-line statement? Or Derek O'Brien to issue a one-line tweet? Is it politically correct to abuse Hindus and to call them violent? Everyone's asking today. RP is on with you on the debate, but because you're on Skype, I want you to answer this first. Garga.
Yes. So Sitaram Yechuri, he is from the CPM, and I believe he is an atheist. So he does not believe in any religion. I am not an atheist. I am a Bengali Shakto. I believe in Goddess Durga and Goddess Kali. So of course, when he speaks in this manner, it is a manner in which he should not be speaking. Okay. Having said that, there are...
Lost the line. This is not anyone censoring.
Community.
He's back.
He's back. There are community hurting sentiment laws, and I do not know whether this statement it's for the courts to judge.
One line response from Mamata Banerjee was my question, Garga. Not one line. Don't look for an exit route.
So now, this statement was not made in Bengal. This statement was not made with relevance to Bengal.
Oh, come on.
In Bengal, we worship Mother Durga. We have a record number of Durga Pujas this year.
I'm sorry.
More than 1
I think Rahul Ishwar is also on.
Has recognized the Durga Puja.
Rahul is on. Rahul is countering.
So we are very secure in our Hinduism.
This is unfortunate, sir.
We are very secure in
as normal Indians and normal Hindus, beyond politics, will be
not-
seeing
they
the
do not
response of
matter in
parties.
Bengal's
I was
politics.
expecting
So I do
Mamata
not think we
Banerjee,
have
who
to
herself comes
go
from a
by
Hindu background,
what,
to say, this is not
particular
right.
TV channel once
This is
said
not the
headline
right thing to say,
statement.
especially
We
they
have our
being
own
the opposition of
politics,
left.
politics
But
of
no
the people.
leaders are coming out and saying this should not be said. My humble question is, had this being things said about a Muslim community or a Christian community, the entire secular brigade would have been up in arms.
Absolutely,
The entire
Ashok Bharti.
secular brigade
Absolutely.
would have been up in arms. But Hindus are a soft target. Hindus are an easy target. So anybody can abuse. Nobody is there to question.
ask a couple of
Hindus are a soft target.
to this
Otherwise,
gentleman,
had
if
this
he
been
could
said about
respond to
minority
that.
community, every left liberal would have said constitution is falling down, Narendra Modi should resign, all the heavens are falling down. But when it is said about Hindus, nobody has any qualms, nobody has any issues. People are intellectualizing it and saying maybe he didn't mean it, maybe he said something else.
Hindus.
This is unfortunate and this is unfair.
I have question. If you are a spokesperson on behalf of the Hindus, I have few questions. Would you mind to answer those questions?
Ajay Gautam.
Please, sir.
Mr. Bharti, you are also Hindu.
Yeah, my question is, tell me, who are these Hindus?
1 second, please, now.
Are Dalits-
1 second, please, now.
Or the
RP
OBC
Singh is on the
Hindus?
debate. RP and Ashok Bharti.
Who are Hindus?
RP Singh and Ashok Bharti.
Tell me.
RP Singh and Ashok Bharti. Thank
Who are these
you.
Hindus?
Who you are to
Do you
divide
consider Dalits as Hindus? Do you consider OBCs as Hindu? If you consider them,
Yes, Dalits
then
are
how
Hindus.
can they be snake and navelas?
OBCs are Hindus.
By your Mahant Yogi Adityanath, you call them dogs. You call them Saab, you call them Nevla,
Who calls them
and
dog?
you
Are
tell
you
that we are
crazy?
Hindus.
Are you out of
You
your
kill
mind?
them in
Are you out of
hundreds.
your
Are
mind?
you out of your mind?
In last
one
year,
calls them
RP.
dogs.
Let me tell you, last
respected.
year,
They are
there
well
were
respected. He's out of his mind. This man is out of his mind.
atrocities on
He's speaking
Dalits.
crap.
If
Sir,
they are
you
your
must
Hindu
read
brothers,
Hinduism as a...
then why you
no,
are...
read Hinduism first.
Why you
Understand
are
Hinduism
killing
first.
Dalits?
At least
Why you
go
are
by
raping their
Supreme Court
Dalit
version of
women?
Hinduism. And
Why
that
you
is
are
enough for you.
inflicting atrocities on Dalits?
Who's raping Dalit women? You are crazy again.
Mister, tell me.
Sir, this man is misusing your channel.
You
Arnab, stop
tell
it.
me.
Both of them
how
louder.
Can,
This man is
if
misusing
you
your channel.
profess-
You
if
no,
you
no, no.
profess
Ask him.
Hinduism,
Ask him.
tell
Other
me-
day they hanged a Dalit boy. A Dalit
How
boy
can you
from
kill
BJP
Dalits?
was hanged by
Why you are
civil
attacking
Congress.
Dalits? Why you
Our
are
eight
why you are
workers, Dalit
violent
workers
against
have been hanged by
Dalits? Why you are
the
opposing the
TMC?
rights of the OBCs?
Is that an issue?
Why you are opposing the rights of the Dalits?
TMC is hanging Dalit workers of
Is it
BJP.
Hinduism?
Answer that.
If that is your Hinduism, tell me if you are
No,
professing
is that-
yourself
is
as a
that-
Hindu.
no, is that
tell
Hinduism
me
that you are
why
killing
you are
our
opposing the
BJP
rights of the
workers
Dalits?
in
Why
West
you are
Bengal?
opposing the rights of the OBCs? Why your people are raping the Dalit women, Adivasi women,
I think
OBC
Ashok.
women.
What's Rahul Ishwar?
Why you are
Rahul
doing
Ishwar,
that?
I think you're crossing the line.
This is
I think
extremely
you're crossing the line.
This is
And this is
extremely
exactly the problem.
unfortunate.
You see in this country today, viewers, you can get away abusing Hindus, typecasting Hindus, stereotyping Hindus, attacking Hindus, abusing Hindus, insulting them, humiliating them, making false allegations on them, and nobody will stand up. Nobody will stand up and say this will not happen. And that is my problem. Ajay Alok is now on the debate with you with Rahul Ishwar. And the four of us on the debate. Calm down. Don't do this. Don't do this. I ask you today, would this be allowed about any other religion? This is only about the Hindu religion.
Just remember one thing. Just remember one thing.
People are watching.
Hindus are not violent.
It is an old trick in the book. Every Hindu is aware of.
Discrimination is taking place. Are OBCs equal?
If
Are
this-
Dalits equal? Are women equal?
There are 20
Does that mean
For
Hindus
BJP
are
or RSS, do they treat these
Are
people
you
equally?
insulting?
In the name of Hinduism, no, they are treating no.
Dalits are Hindus. Are you
In the name
not
of
calling them
Hinduism,
violent
they are
too?
practicing discrimination.
This is caste card
In the name of Hinduism, they are spreading poison and hatred. In the name of Hinduism,
we
they are
Hindus have
dividing
seen through
India.
that. We Hindus have seen that you politicians, especially from the left liberal spectrum, is
Left and
using
Congress.
caste to divide us.
Then
You
why
are
you are
personal gain.
inflicting
Nothing else.
abuse on them? Why you are denying their rights to them?
Because had Hindus
Why
been
you are
violent,
denying
no,
human rights to them?
you would have been
Why
silent.
don't you allow them their temples? Why don't you allow
Had Hindu been
even in
violent,
your
you would have been
crematorium?
silent. Let me tell you, we are tolerant, we are silent, and that's why you are shouting
Mr.
and
Alok,
barking at us.
Is your party a Hindu party?
Had we
Mr.
been violent,
Alok,
no. Had we
tell
been
me,
violent,
do you
would have
your
seen
party
anywhere.
stand for
And
Hindus?
today we would have been ruling the world.
You tell me.
Just chill out.
You tell me.
Who are you?
Does your party
Hindu.
believes in
Hindus
Hinduism?
are
Tell me
tolerant
that.
and silent. That's why people like
Are
you
you
come out
your
and
party
shout.
a secular
Had
party
we been
or
violent,
a
no.
Hindu party? Mr.
have
Arnab,
seen
tell
your
me,
day.
is
You would
your
have seen
party
your
a
day.
secular party or a Hindu party?
You would have seen your day had we Hindus been violent.
Tell me, are you your party
Hindu
is your
party
party
a
a
secular
secular or Hindu party? Don't avoid question. Don't
My
distract
party is
us.
secular and
Tell
I
me,
cannot take,
is
I
Janata
cannot
Dal
take any
United
bashings
a
against any
Hindu party
religion.
or a
Whether
secular
Hindu or
party?
Muslim or Sikh or a Christianity. I don't take bashings, neither I bash.
And pluralistic. What
Why
kind of
don't
an
you
idea
criticize
is this?
Sitaram Yechuri and Tariq Anwar?
Can't Hindus be secular and pluralistic? What is the
Why don't
false
you
binary?
criticize
Are you a
Sitaram
Hindu or
Yechuri
are
and
you a
Tariq
secular?
Anwar?
See, this pseudo-secularism attitude
We are
has been a
perfect
curse to us.
pluralistic and
This
secular party and I don't need a
pseudo-secularism
certificate
attitude
from you.
of dividing
BJP
Hindus
believe
by
in
caste
secularism?
or
Do you believe
Hinduism
in
talks about all religions are equal.
Do you
Hinduism
believe
talks
Hindus
about
are
tolerance.
By
Hinduism
those
talks about
people who hate
equality.
Hindus
Are you practicing
and who hate
equality?
Hinduism.
Are you practicing secular
Please
politics?
remember this caste.
Are you not dividing
Why-
people in the name of
why is
religion?
there-
Are you dividing
GVR, feel free to come to the debate. I'm not calling anyone separately. The question is this: I need to come down to some fundamentals on this. You know, when people, no, not separately, please. Everyone, I said, anyone's feel free to come in. Thank you. The question is one minute. Just a minute. Mr. Ashok Bharti. Mr. Ashok Bharti, I'm asking you something. Now, sir! Mr. Bharti, stop abusing. Stop abusing the Hindu community. Stop abusing my religion. Stop it. Enough. Stop abusing Hindus. Stop it.
Ask your religion man, your
I am
caste
asking
man
you,
to
stop. I don't question your
atrocities on
beliefs
Dalits.
and your faith. Don't abuse mine.
Arnab, tell me,
Don't
who are
abuse my
Hindus?
beliefs and my religion.
Tell me
Don't
who
do
are
it.
Hindus?
Why don't you convert?
Yes, we are Hindus. What's wrong with it? We are first
Define
citizens
the
of India.
Hindus. Do
Why don't you
You don't cross the line with me,
Those
sir.
are the Hindu who
You
are
don't do that, sir.
atrocities.
You don't do that, sir. I will now
Hindus
have to
who are
reveal,
denying
your
equal
real
rights to
purpose in this.
Are those
And
Hindus who are opposed to
Garga, I want to
reservation
ask you
for
today, by virtue of saying this statement was not made in Bengal, it's not about Bengal, and hence we won't say anything. I feel, RP, that the reason why Garga is not saying anything is because he feels that a bit of Hindu bashing works for them politically. That's the only conclusion I can draw. What do you think, RP?
Let me make my
RP,
own
what do you think?
conclusion if you are not understanding.
That if you're part of Hindu bashing, then it will work for you politically. But if you stand up against abuse for Hindus, it will have a backlash on you.
Muslims.
No, I am there to speak.
They will
Okay,
bash
can
the
I
majority
speak?
community. They will bash Hindus.
And that they seek
Can
votes.
I speak? Who is shouting?
That they seek
Somebody
votes.
shout.
That's the problem. And same is case of Sitaram Yechuri also.
Hello.
And I'll appreciate Sitaram Yechuri should read the definition
Hello.
of Hinduism as per Supreme Court first. Hinduism is a way of
Hello.
life. Hinduism is a tolerant religion. Hinduism never teaches
Hello.
Go on, GVR.
to any violence outside.
Also, 4 people on the debate, 4 of them.
Hinduism is righteousness.
Shastri and then GVR come
I
in.
have not read the Supreme Court version of the Hinduism.
Arnab, Ramayana, Mahabharata, see what Sitaram Yechuri has said.
In the name of
Ramayana,
And
Mahabharata,
the mind and Mahabharata both teaches
is a
you
warning you.
BJP
It is not a
righteousness
religious
Speak.
to
It is
take
a
a
warning
cause
you.
of righteousness.
If it is a Varna
It never
where is
teaches
Hindu
you
word?
to create violence
There
on
is
name
no
of
Hindu
class.
word exist in Ramayana
It
and
never
Mahabharata.
teaches you pick up gun.
There is no Hindi
or
word
pick up
exist
arms
in Ramayana
on
and
name of
Mahabharata.
caste or
It is a
class.
Varna योग. कूटनीति था.
left theory.
रामायण में भी कूटनीति था, महाभारत में भी कूटनीति था, क्योंकि चतुर्नीति चलती थी, कूटनीति थी, वो कूटनीति के चक्कर में हुआ
दोनों ने
था.
कभी भी किसी पे
कूटनीति,
अत्याचार
अरे
की
चुप रहो
बात
ना,
नहीं कही।
अरे आप रुको ना एक
उन्होंने
मिनट.
धर्म की बात
अरे
की है। पहले धर्म
महाभारत
शब्द
रामायण में
धर्म
हिंदू
क्या
का
है?
शब्द कहाँ है?
धर्म है।
महाभारत
धर्म है।
रामायण में हिंदू का
सच
शब्द
के
कहाँ
साथ
है?
खड़े होने का
शब्द
नाम।
है, कौन सी ग्रंथ में?
Pandit Ajay Gautam. Pandit Ajay Gautam in the middle. Also. RP and Ajay Gautam. RP and Ajay Gautam. RP and Ajay Gautam.
राहुल गांधी हिंदू है या नहीं? राहुल गांधी हिंदू धर्म में है या नहीं है? राहुल गांधी के यहाँ जितने भी रिचुअल्स होते हैं वो हिंदू रिलीजन के अकॉर्डिंग होते हैं या नहीं है? अगर राहुल गांधी हिंदू है तो हिंदू का मतलब राहुल गांधी भी वायलेंट हुआ।
GVR, loud. 1 second. Pandit Ajay Gautam down, GVR.
Please listen. You have a guts to listen. You listen it. What are you talking? I am a practicing Hindu. How can you say that? I am a practicing Hindu. How can you say that? How dare you to say that? How dare you to say that? How dare you to say that? अरे अजय गौतम, रामायण महाभारत ने आपने सीखा नहीं है. रामायण महाभारत का मैं सवाल पूछता हूँ, जवाब दो. क्या धर्मराज ने भीष्म पितामह के पास ये कहने गया था, आशीर्वाद वापस दो, आशीर्वाद वापस लेने गया था महाभारत में. ये क्या था? राजनीति था, कूटनीति था या हिंसा था? ये क्या था? धर्मराज ने अपना आशीर्वाद वापस लौटाने क्यों गया था?
यतो यतः समीहते पतनं
उत्तर क्यों नहीं है? उत्तर ही नहीं है.
प्रजावयो भयन्नः पशुर्भया सुचेन्द्र This is the exact slope.
You don't know Hinduism. You don't know the Mahabharata, you don't know Gita. I'm sorry, GVR. I will not take this. I will not take this. You cannot take one line from one of our religious books and then say the religion is violent. GVR, be quiet for a minute. 1 second. 1 second, I'm intervening now, viewers. एक minute. First of all, lower your volume. You first lower your volume, then I speak. You lower your volume, then I speak. Otherwise, I don't speak. Now, be quiet here. You know something, GVR. The Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse 5, says, वहाँ भगवान कि जो वहां पे जो लिखा गया है, कृष्ण भगवान ने क्या कहा वहां पे? तो कृष्ण भगवान ने क्या कहा? उन्होंने कहा,
अरे लाक्षागृह में कृष्ण भगवान ने क्या कहा था?
I will, viewers, they can only do this with Hinduism. They can. My problem is, Ajay Alok, the Rahul Ishwar, they can only do this with Hinduism. They can only do this with Hinduism. You be quiet. You be quiet, sir. You be quiet. You be quiet now for a minute. Don't shout. Stop shouting. Stop shouting. Stop shouting right now. Right here. Right now. Right here. GV. No. Just one minute. You know, chapter 10, verse 5, Lord Krishna says, Ahimsa is the greatest and most noble quality that arises from yourself. And chapter 13, verse 8, Lord Krishna says, non-violence is the greatest example of knowledge. In chapter 16, verse 2, Lord Krishna says, be quiet. When I'm quoting the Bhagavad Gita, I don't want this kind of interruption. When I'm talking about the Bhagavad Gita, I don't want the interruption. He says, godly people, the first and greatest value about godly people is ahimsa. Then you go and say that the Bhagavad Gita is a violent book. Now let me turn around and I want to ask someone else. let me ask Vishweshwar Rao, who knows nothing about anything. Vishweshwar Rao, listen to me. Let me expose you now.
You're talking about ahimsa. You're talking about non-violence. Gandhi practiced and preached non-violence.
Yeah.
But they killed Mahatma
and
Gandhi.
for your kind information, you know, you are such an ignorant man. It amazes me. Mahatma
Because you are
Gandhi.
talking about ahimsa, non-violence.
You know, if you interrupt me now,
Mahatma
I'll be
Gandhi
really
practiced
irritated.
ahimsa, non-violence.
Viewers,
But
I'm
why
not
did they
opening the
kill
lines to you
Why
tonight, but
did
let me
they
say
kill?
this. Let me say
Who
this.
killed
Let
Mahatma
me
Gandhi?
let me say this. Mahatma Gandhi was inspired by Hindu scriptures. Wake up. He quoted Hindu scriptures. The non-violence he spoke was derived out of the Hindu religion.
Absolutely.
Do you have any sense? Do you understand? You quote Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma
Who
Gandhi.
killed him back?
Mahatma
Who killed
Gandhi
him in the
was
name of
guided
religion?
by the same religion
Who
you
killed
call.
in the name of religion?
You stop it. You stop it now. And I'll tell you one thing. Suppose
I
I
know,
say.
but in the
Suppose
name
I
of
say to
religion,
you.
they killed Mahatma
Suppose
Gandhi.
I say to you.
That is important.
Suppose I say
That
to you.
point, you need to
Suppose
make.
I say to you. I'm shutting my eyes because I can't take so much rubbish at one time. Suppose I say to you that the Bible in Revelation 12 says, "Then war broke out in heaven, and Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and the angels fought back." Sir, I have studied in a Christian school, so I understand the Bible better than you ever will. You believe in no religion.
Yeah, we also
Now the
study in
question
Christian
is,
school. We
as
study
I would
comparative
say,
religions
as I would
as
say
part
to the
of,
fathers and brothers in my school at that time, if I was to say that, "Father, tell me, because the Bible describes a war in heaven, does it mean Christianity propagates violence?" Thoda deep socho, think deep. Don't be shallow. Don't be a Maoist.
Yeah, of course, no.
What, of course, no.
No one is
Arnab ji,
saying
they are clearly
Hinduism
knowingly
provokes
confusing
violence.
people.
Hinduism,
The name of this
the way,
faith is
the way it is
Sanatana Dharma.
practiced,
It has
in the
been
name
there
of the
for
religion,
thousands and
under the
thousands
guise
of
of
years.
religion,
And as you
they
rightly
killed
said,
Mahatma Gandhi.
Mahatma
That is the
Gandhi
point
at
we are
the heart
making.
of heart and soul of
In the name
soul
of
is a
religion,
Hindu
under the
activist
guise
who
of
worked for
religion,
India
they
with
destroyed
great
Babri
pluralism
Masjid,
and
which is a
worked for
violent
everyone.
act.
Mahatma Gandhi was inspired
Killing
by
Mahatma
Bhagavad
Gandhi
Gita.
was a violent
Mahatma
act.
Gandhi talked about
Destroying Babri
Rama
Masjid was a
and these
violent
people
act.
are telling the same
They are
Rama
practicing
is a
violence
violent
every
place.
day.
Mahatma
In the
Gandhi
name of cow
lived
protection,
and
they are
bled for
lynching
Hey Ram
people.
and Ramayana.
That is what
And
we
they
are
are
saying. In
saying
the
the
name of
same
cow
Ramayana
protection,
which
mob lynching
Mahatma
is going
Gandhi
on.
upheld as
Who
a
is
violent
inventing
book.
mob
This is
lynching?
that pseudo,
In the name of holy
secularism.
cow.
This is the double standard we
Holy
have to
cow.
expose.
They are lynching
Every
people.
religion should be
They are indulging
respected.
in
But
violence.
when it comes
They are
to
spreading
Hindus,
hatred.
they are a soft target.
They are
They are an
hating
easy
Muslims.
target.
They are hating
There is,
Christians.
they
That
can
is what
easily
we
be
are
abused
saying.
by
That is the
academicians,
point we are
intellectuals,
making.
by the ecosystem.
Okay, so
This is the unfortunate
can I
thing.
ask you
And
one thing?
branding
So
any
can I
religion
ask
by
you?
it is bad.
Can I ask you something? Listen to me now. Listen to me. You know. Listen to me. Listen to me. And listen to me. Listen to me, Professor Rao. Professor Rao. Professor Rao. Professor Rao. Listen to me. Professor Rao. Listen. Let me expose you a little bit more. And I come from a place where I will never say, for example, Professor Rao, thoda deep. You know, all these Twitter trolls study. Suppose I say that the book of the Church of the Latter-day Saints, that the Mormons believe in, says, "And they that believe not in him shall be destroyed both by fire and by tempest, by earthquake and by bloodshed." In other words, you don't believe in what we believe in, and we will say that you will burn to death or you'll bleed to death. Should I then say that those who believe in this religion, all of it's a violent faith? I will not. I'll say it's one aspect. Now let me tell you what is violence. Let me tell you, should I tell him what is violence? Should I tell him what is violence? Should I tell him what is violence?
Stalin, Mao,
I'll tell you, Stalin. He mentioned Stalin. Okay, one second. Okay, now let me, let's not go to Mao Zedong. Let's not go to Mao Zedong. Let's not go to Mao Zedong because his BP will go up. Though everybody knows what Mao Zedong did.
Who said,
listen, Mao Zedong was the most violent. Actually, he was not. No, tell me.
1978, West Bengal.
Should I tell these people what violence is, viewers?
And most of them are Hindus, by leftists.
I'm told people are calling in and saying, Arnab, tell them what violence is. I'll tell them. I'll say that there was one man responsible for the murder of 20 million. I'm not talking about Hitler. Though that person killed those 20 million in labor camps, in forced collectivization, in family executions and famines. And that man was, who? Tell me? Stalin. Now tell me this. What is violence? I've quoted the Gita, I've told you about Stalin. Why are you quiet? You want some time to think? You want to call up one of your students saying, I've been lying to you about things. Arnab exposed me on live television. I don't know what to say. I'm gulping. I don't know what to say. You want to tell, can I tell you this? One more thing. I will expose you a little bit more. Can I tell you this? Because one second. Can I tell you a little bit more? Can I tell you a little bit more? Can I tell you a little bit more? No, let me complete. Let me complete tonight. Let me complete tonight because you abuse my religion. I will not abuse yours, but I will ask you questions. And I will ask you that Karl Marx wrote an article in a newspaper in 1848 in which he said,
how?
Let me tell you.
What happened?
What did Karl Marx say when he said?
Who divided India?
Okay, one second.
It's not a virus. Left is a bacteria.
What is revolutionary terror, sir?
We have contained them.
What is revolutionary terror, sir?
Churches.
They are
who's attacking missionaries in India? There's greater violence taking place in India.
You abuse Hinduism
more violence in
on a
India,
daily
fear
basis.
in India, uncertainty in India in the name of religion.
Rahul Ishwar?
Abusing Hindus, they
Who
can
talk
have
about
that
Hindu
secular
majoritism?
tag.
In a country like ours, in a secular country.
And I found this sharper during the election. RP is on the debate. I don't tell me. I'll tell you what is violence. RP will tell you. Those who give... No. RP, 1 minute. RP. Those who say that when a big tree falls, the earth shakes. That is violence.
Yes.
Those who say the murder of a BJP worker is an emotional response, like M.A. Baby said, when he said it's an emotional response if a BJP worker is killed, that is violence. And by the way, Garga, those who normalize panchayat violence, and we all saw what happened in Bengal recently, and then justify it, saying, like Derek O'Brien said, to all newborn experts in Bengal, panchayat elections have a history, and then referred to last year's violence as a few dozen incidents, that is violence. Is that violence or not? Why are you shouting? Is that violence? What happened? अशोक जी, अब कुछ बोलना नहीं है आपको? ये सब ठीक है, सेकुलरिज्म है, सेकुलरिज्म है.
नहीं, अर्नब, ask them, have they heard about a town named Dapching in China? Have they heard about a town named Dapching? What's happening?
नहीं, मैं अर्नब, जब
What are those camps? Muslim camps
पिछले 25 साल में दलित और आदिवासी पर जब 10 लाख एट्रोसिटी की घटनाएं होती हैं, वो वायलेंस नहीं है. वो वायलेंस कौन करता है? कोई मुसलमान उन पे वायलेंस कर रहा है, कोई ईसाई उन पे वायलेंस कर रहा है, कोई सिख उन पे वायलेंस कर रहा है. ये कौन है जो दलित और आदिवासियों पर पिछले 25 साल में 10 लाख एट्रोसिटी की है? और ये सरकार के रिकॉर्ड में है. आरपी सिंह जी, सरकार के रिकॉर्ड में है ये 10 लाख एट्रोसिटी की घटनाएं, FIR लॉन्च हुई है. ये किन्होंने की है? ये किन्होंने की है? कोई मुसलमान उसमें नहीं है.
I thank you for your response to this. I would only say this. I'll say this at the end. Do not, अशोक जी, आपको भी कहूंगा, अशोक जी, किसी भी धर्म को इस तरह से गाली मत दीजिए और हैबिट मत बनाइए हिंदू धर्म को गाली देने का. ये अब नहीं चलने वाला है. Abusing the Hindu religion
पंडित अरुण जी से, गौतम जी से पूछ रहा हूं,
almost as a daily exercise will not be accepted.
10 लाख एट्रोसिटी दलितों पे हुई हैं.
I thank you all.
किसने की है?
I thank you all, ladies and gentlemen.